In today's video, I'll be going over the best loadouts in Hunt Showdown 2025. This video is suitable for all players, rich and poor, because I'll be going over the best, most effective, cheapest loadouts and the most powerful and expensive loadouts. So this loadout right here, this uses the Marathon, the Lamat, and these are the tools. And this is meta right now. These tools right here, the throwing spear, med kit. You always carry a med kit no matter what your loadout is, and this is what works the best and is the most efficient. Is it pricey? Yes. Is it worth it? Yes. Now I'll be going over loadouts that are cheaper than others, so there will be chapters in the video for that. And then consumables, these are optional, but if I have a fresh hunter, I like to bring 2 vitality shots and a regen and a dynamite. But some people might bring 1 vitality and a regen and a stamina, but I just like to bring 2. And this is something I think a lot of you guys should take this in real quick. Once you play 1 successful game with a hunter, get doctor, and then that's when I don't bring in 2 vitalities. I only bring in 1, because now I basically have 3 vitality shots as my medkits, so I don't need to take 2 of these. And then that's when I do regen, vitality, and stam, and then my dynamite. So let's go over the Marathon. The Marathon, pretty straightforward. It's basically a better Winfield. It's compact ammo, so it's cheap. It's not too expensive. The Winfield, or other known as the Frontier, is $40 hunt dollars. This is like, I don't know. It's fairly cheap still. And it does have the option of FMJ and high velocity ammo. So pretty fire. And then I like to pair this with a Lamat because you stack your compact ammo and you get a shotgun shell. So pretty good, useful. And the shotgun on this is pretty accurate, I'm not gonna lie. So great loadout. Now if you want to replace this, you can use the new army, but it's pretty expensive. Or you could use the conversion pistol, which is 55. So if you can't afford the Lamat, use the conversion. Okay, so if you're looking for a similar loadout of that sorts, use this loadout right here. Very recommended. The Frontiersman, also known as the Winfield. I'm OG, I call it the Winfield. I can't call it the Frontiersman. That's just so stupid. I can't. This is the base version of the Nagant. It's 24 hunt dollars. This is 40. Really cheap. Can't go wrong with it. Now, if you're looking to practice and get good aim, use this pistol, but the silence version, it's only 27 hunt dollars, so it's not that much more expensive. Only a few hunt dollars more, so not bad. And these are just great overall guns. They have great iron sights, and if you want to step up your game, you could use the Nagant Officer, which is the same gun but shoots faster and has more recoil, but it's just way better, and you should 100% use it if you have it. Okay, this is the next loadout here. This is a shotgun loadout. This is the cheapest shotgun in the game, the Romero. Has great stats, one of the best shotguns in the game, although its only downside is that it has 1 bullet and then you have to reload. It has the option of 2 different ammo types, so you could run buckshot and slug if you want. And then a great gun to pair it with is an uppercut. You cannot go wrong with an uppercut, although it is on the pricey side. Nothing beats this pistol. If you want different options, you could use the base version of the uppercut, which is the conversion pistol, or you could use the PAX True Shot. And then tools, same thing. Now, because we're running a shotgun and a pistol, we're not stacking ammo anymore. And so, you know, with an uppercut, it only comes with 9 bullets and then the 6 in the chamber. So I think it's 6, might be 5, I don't know. And so an ammo box is worth it, especially if you're shooting a lot and going for wall bangs. Like, you're gonna run out of ammo, so you're gonna need an ammo box. A PAX True Shot, which is the PAX but with a longer muzzle. I don't have it. I use FMJ on that if you're using the PAX True Shot, because it gives it more pen. But when you're using long ammo, you don't really need FMJ on it because you could already penetrate, and it's long ammo, so it keeps its damage more than any other ammo in the game. So I don't know, it's just pointless, and it makes your bullets slower, so don't do it. So this right here is probably the most Sweatiest loadout you'll come across in this game, and the only reason why I'm mentioning it in this video is because this video is purely for loadouts. Best loadouts in the game, cheapest loadouts in the game, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to show you the best loadouts, the most powerful loadouts, and the cheapest ones and the weakest ones. All right, now obviously the cheaper you go, the weaker it is, but the more expensive you go, the better it really gets. But this is the best it can get. We use the Mosin to gun, and then we have the uppercut. This stacks long ammo and having a fast firing rate. This has been the OG meta for 6+ years, ever since the game came out. But if you use Splitzer, make sure you bring an ammo box. You will run out of ammo real fast. Tools, same thing. Meta doesn't change. Consumables, same thing. Unless, like I told you in the beginning, if this character is already leveled and you have Doctor, only bring 1 vitality and then bring a stam because you're using a spear. But I always use Conduit on my bot hunters, so if I get at least 1 clue, I have stamina. So we're chilling, right? So not a big deal. Conserve your stamina, be smart. Let's talk the best shotgun loadout. This is the most OP shotgun in the game. The Crowning King, also known as the Auto 5. Pair it with an uppercut or a Dolch. Also with the last loadout, the Mosin, you could pair that with a Dolch as well. Or a Dolch P if you have Quartermaster. Now, this is probably the best shotgun in the game because, well, 1, fastest firing shotgun in the game. And it does 194 damage. So it doesn't do the most damage, but you get 5 rounds, 5 shots, basically, and really good muzzle velocity, and it actually has good drop range. It actually has really good drop range. So if you want to play this with slugs, it's honestly really good. I'm not even going to explain best shotgun in the game. If you're going to bring a $600 gun, then you better bring a $400 pistol. Okay, let's talk snipers. So one of my favorite snipers, and this is biased, Krag Sniper. That's my opinion. I love the sniper. It's cheap. It's $517. Now, it's long ammo, and it's just really good. You're on the cheaper side of things, and you want to play sniper. Well, there's always the Maynard sniper, but it has a really long reload, and it's just really slow. Now, it does have really good range. So let's look at stats here. It does 144 damage, really good. Okay. It's got a drop range of 160, but if you put high velocity, I think it becomes 180 or 175 or something. I don't know. 560 muzzle velocity, really good, right? So snipers, right? Now, the cheapest and the most cheapest sniper in the game, which has been recently added, is the infantry sniper, which does what would you expect? 110 damage because it's compact. It has 400 muzzle velocity. And it has a drop range of 145, and we use high velocity. We actually get a drop range of 145 up to 170, so that's a huge jump. And the muzzle velocity is kind of slow, only at 525, so you might as well run a Spark Sniper. So let's get to the most cheapest, most effective sniping loadout, right? You would use the Centennial Sniper. It's not too expensive, and it's probably the most balanced sniper from cheapest to most expensive. So let's look at the stats. It does 123 damage, not the best, but this is medium ammo, so more penetration, but a slower. It's a heavier bullet, so its drop range is not as high as, for example, the infantry. So you have a drop range of 140, which is not too far off from the other snipers. But it has a muzzle velocity of 600 by default. That's a really fast bullet, guys. And so, you know, when you're playing sniper, their goal is to headshot your bogeys, all right? So the damage is not that important. But if we go to ammo and we go to high velocity, we go from 600 to 725. So it's basically hit scan at that point. And so it's a great sniper, and you get 155 drop range. It just really levels up the gun. Now let's go to the best sniper in the game, and the most expensive one in the game. It would be the Mosin Nagant Sniper. $713. Drop range of 135. That's really, really poor, all right? That's not that far. It's only a compound and, well, 30 meters, right? So then quick little tip. If you're playing the game and you're wondering, well, how far is 100 meters? You don't know. You're not in the shooting range. You can't ping. It's not going to tell you. So how do you know? Well, typically, one side of the compound to the other side of the compound is 100 meters, or roughly around 75 meters. Pro tip. Mosin Nagant Sniper, great damage. Muzzle velocity, 615. Really good. And you get 5 or I think it's 4 consecutive shots. It's 5. So great gun. Let's go to ammunition. Splitzer. Let's go. Drop range 135, immediately 106. That is a huge jump up. And then its muzzle velocity goes from 615 to 820. So if you're using this gun, you do not have to lead in front of the person. It's hit scan. Just shoot. Now, if you're wondering, well, Jake, the LaBelle actually has a faster muzzle velocity using Splitzer. Well, you're right, it does, but there's no sniper variant. But there is a marksman variant. It's not as zoomed in of a scope, but you can use it for sniping, if you will. So let's go to the LaBelle marksman, and let's look at its stats. 132, so only 3 drop-off damage there. Drop range 140, so its default drop range is higher than the Mosin Sniper. And it's got 630 muzzle velocity. Let's use Splitzer. Now it's 850, not 820. So it's actually better. And it actually has 5 more meters of drop range than the Mosin. Now, this is okay and it's fine. It technically is better. The Mosin does pack more damage and it is a better rifle on paper. But if you're looking for that muzzle velocity and that speed and the range, you're gonna want to take the LaBelle. This low-key took the longest time to edit, I'm not gonna lie. It might not be the most entertaining type of edited video, but I took my time to explain all the loadouts in detail to my best ability, and hopefully you will take some inspiration and use these loadouts in your own gameplay, and comment down below how your games went. Peace out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out my Twitch channel.